Welcome to another episode of FESS. Joining me today is Mr. Dodou, a volunteer lifeguard from the Red Dolphin Lifeguard Association. But first is health and fashion.
Thick waist belts and corsets. Anything that holds tight on your tummy is pressing in on your internal organs and weakening your abdominal muscles. This can lead to numerous digestive issues, including heartburn as well as weaker bladder control. To prevent this, keep your core strong with abdominal exercises. Wear thin waist skimming belts and wear body-hugging shapewear on special occasions. Don't worry, you don't have to give up fashion to care about your health. Just be smart about what you wear and try not to get too dependent on any one style or trend.
Welcome back from Health and Fashion. Now joining me is Mr. Dodou from Red Dolphin Lifeguard Association. He's actually a volunteer lifeguard. Let's see what he has to say. Dodou, welcome to FESS.
Yeah, thank you.
Now tell me about Red Dolphin Lifeguard Association. How long have you been a member of it?
Since 2005, when it was started, we started it because the lifeguard started in 1996 after 6 kids when they drowned in the sea. So it went to a stage up to 2005. The two philanthropists, Paul and Val, so they said they cannot continue. So we organized ourselves as a member, about 25 of us in the beginning. Then we went to the Anthony Chambers of Commerce and registered the association. So that's the way we started up to today. So we are all Gambians and we are all youths.
And who's the president of your association?
At this moment, the president of the association is out on a maternal leave.
What's the president's name?
I'm Jaina Bajalo.
Jainaba. The president is a woman.
Yeah.
I actually like the sound of that. Now, how many locations are you present in?
At this moment, we are at Fajara, Palmarima, Palm Beach, Senegambia, and Lemon Creek.
Being a lifeguard is something that is very brave. You're actually putting your life at risk. Now, what made you decide that this is the career path that you wanted to be on?
Yeah, because people drowning in the sea, and they are mostly youths and they are all Gambians. And if you look at it way back in 1996, there were 6 kids that drowned at once. And in the beach sometimes you have people that just go for, swimming and they just go together and all of them drown. So since that day when we see that, we decided to come together as youths and volunteer, and still we are volunteered to do the job. So this is why we said no to it, because it's another place that we feel that it's not secured, that we have to secure as far as we can swim. And the people that lose their lives are youths. And you never know, hadn't been they did not lose their life, there can be something in the future that people can benefit from. But people dying in the sea is not what we want. We want it to be safe. This is why we decided to put all our life into that sea to make sure that it is safe for every swimmer that comes into that sea.
See, this is something I believe you should actually be really compensated for, but you mentioned volunteering, which means you're actually not being paid for this?
Yes.
How come?
Yeah, because still we're looking for funds from people, organizations, institutes, NGOs, government. We've been working with GTA hand to hand, and still now we don't get salary, and we are volunteers still.
But you've mentioned few other hotels that you're actually situated at. These hotels do not pay you?
No. This hotel does not pay us, because what we do is we go to the beach and look for a right location where we can be, where the swimmers come. So these are the locations. But with the Hotels Association, GTB are working on a plan that the Hotel Association can absorb lifeguards, then pay the money to the lifeguards, and the lifeguard can pay their own members. But for now, no hoteliers pay the lifeguards.
Now, what are these key locations that are danger zones that people need to be careful of?
Okay, the old places are danger in the sea, because what happened is it's not the actual location, but the places that people go most, that the whole Gambia knows that people go for partying, is Palmarima, Fajara, Poco Loco, Senegambia, or Voodos. Even now, people are going up to Sanyang. But the danger of it is when people are inside the sea, they always swim and go beyond the limit. And beyond the limit is your chest level. If the water reaches you at your chest level, you are at a risk because of the sea current. That's what pulls people in, and that's what kills people. So some people do think like this taboos is a devil, is this, is that, but it's not that. It's the sea current. Because sometimes when they are swimming, you will hear them saying like, this place is dirty, this place is not clean, while the sea current is mixing. Sometimes you get into here and you see yourself at another side. And the level of the sea current, it goes only 350 meters maximum, and it stops. So whenever you are in the sea, do not pass your waist level. If you pass your waist level, you are at risk. Even if you can swim, it's not safe.
Wait, is that waist level or chest level?
No, chest level and waist level.
Okay.
The water should not pass you.
Okay.
Even if you can swim. Because if you can swim, imagine that the energy you use is the same energy you need to come back with. Because nothing you can cheat in the sea. One, you can get cramped. You have no life jacket, no bodyboard, no ring, no torpedo, nothing that can save you on top of the water. You can be stung by jellyfish. You can have heart stopped. Anything can happen. So even if you can swim, our advice is do not go in far. It's never safe. So the whole sea is danger. Either Palmarima, Fajara, Senegambia, anywhere you are, is for your own safety. Do not swim more than your waist level.
Now, it's quite sad that a lot of youths are mostly the ones that drown at sea. Have you considered maybe doing swimming lessons for kids, perhaps?
Yeah, it's part of our plan, like 2016 to 2017, because we cannot do it without funding. Because we don't have our own pool, we don't have our own office, we don't have our own place where we can be. So it's part of our plan. If we have all these budgets, yes, we will, because that's what we can do. Because if you teach the youths to swim, mostly the students, the kids, they will come up with it. Because then we will have less risks at the sea. But to be honest with you, 75% Gambians cannot swim.
75?
I will say 75. I can even say 90 because the people I can say can swim.
90?
Yeah.
75 floored me, now 90?
Yeah, because the people that I can say can swim are the people who are living near the fishing areas like Tanje, Bakau, Kartong.
Like it's quite known that the Serial tribe know how to swim more than all other tribes?
No,
not
it's
necessarily,
not,
because they're mostly known to be fishermen.
Fishermen, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but people living around those areas can swim because they always go. But here the mentality is parents don't allow the kids to go to the beach, and they don't find time to go to the beach. And there is nothing like lifesavers before or a time given to us so that we can be sensitizing people. For us, our aim and objective is we want to go around the whole country to teach people rivers, people living by the riverside, people living by the seaside, train them there and give them the tactics of a lifeguard and take their own people to be the lifeguards of that area, and we will be supervising them. But we can only do this when we have support, because we need equipment. At this moment, we don't have sufficient equipment that we use. Sometimes you go for rescuing, you just go like that and bring the person out.
What type of equipment do you need?
We need boat, we need life jackets, we need torpedoes, we need cars, we need ambulance, we need, big buggy, like those motorbikes that has 4 wheels that you can live from one destination to another. You need a boat that can be inside of the sea. When there is a rescue, it can easily go there. You need a life jacket to swim with. You need a torpedo that you need to go.
So you have absolutely nothing
Nothing
at all?
at this all. We only have few. If I can tell, we have like less than 15 equipments that we use for the whole basis.
So exactly where are you trying to get these funds from?
This fund from anywhere we can get it. Now we like trying to look for sponsors from any individually, companies like AfriCell, QCell, Comium, NGOs, the government itself at large. So anywhere that we can get it from, we'll really appreciate it.
So when you have these funds, what else are we to expect from your association?
Yeah, because we want to create job opportunities for Gambians, because we know you have other people out there who want to work, but they don't have job opportunities. And it's not easy for other people to volunteer, especially when you come into sea, because it's always between death and alive, to be honest with you. Because whenever we go to the beach, we don't think of going home, because the person who's in the sea, drowning, either dead or alive, you have to go for that person and bring him out or her. So you can lose your life there easily. But when we get all this funding, all this budgeting, at least more people will come and join us. But at this moment, we are 45 members that are volunteering on the ground. And sometimes it's difficult to have all of them on duty because they have families, they have other things to do so that they can feed themselves.
So they don't actually have something really there to tie them.
Yeah, to tie them up.
Let me get your opinion on one thing. One thing that's actually a problem, not only in this country, but around the world for different reasons, is people illegally smuggling themselves in other countries, what we call the back way here. Now, what advice do you have to give to these young men or women that risk their life at sea, not only through the desert, but at sea, because you're a lifeguard sitting in front of me right now. Yeah. What do you have to tell these people on the level of risk they're actually putting themselves in?
Yeah, because we all seen what is happening today. In the boats is overloaded. And in the sea, you don't know what is there, especially that Mediterranean Sea or between Libya and Italy. The sea is too rough. Now, you risk in your own life, you cannot swim. You don't, if you know the sea, you don't, if you know the sea current. So you are in that boat. Obviously, if the boat has a problem, you have no life jacket. Probably if you do have the life jacket, it can help you sustain on top of the water until you get help. But you cross without the life jacket, it's always a risk. So for me, I always tell my friends and anyone that it's not a wise idea to use that boat and go to Italy. It doesn't help because you're putting your life at risk.
Now, for those that are stubborn, because we know as much as we try to say, don't do it, you're risking your life, it seems like they know all the risk in it. But for those that are stubborn enough to go on this journey, what tips can you give them for when they are in that boat?
Let them look for a life jacket or a ring or a torpedo, something that can save them. And whenever they reach to a boat that should rescue them, they should be relaxed. Because if, like, the load of the other side is more heavier than the other side, obviously the boat will capsize. They will all fall into the sea. And that's the middle of the ocean. And the sea current there run faster than this shore here. So in the next minute, within 10, 15, 20 minutes, most of them without the life jacket cannot sustain in the water. They got panic and they all drown. That's the way it happens. Because panic is the enemy of the sea.
So don't panic.
Don't panic.
Now let's go on more advice for people that are on the beach. The flags we see in the beach, what do they mean? What does the red flag mean, or the black and white one, just for people that don't actually know?
Yeah, because for us we have three kinds of flag. We have red, white, and blue. So the red means no swimmers. Everyone knows that. The white is for every swimmer, but not deeper than your own waist. Because when they see white, they will say it's safe. Yes, it is. But still, you should not go more than your chest level. Because if you cannot swim, you go more than your chest level. When the wave comes, they go high. So when they go high, before they are level, your legs cannot touch the ground. You feel panic. That's what kills a lot of people. But the blue flag shows that the sea is strong, but still you can swim.
So it's, be cautious.
Yeah, it's for the strong swimmers, but not deeper than your own waist. So if you are not a strong swimmer, means you cannot swim at all. Just be where your knees are, and you just touch the water. You are outside, you are inside, you need to touch the water, and all is the same. And like other people do come to the beach and swim, and they always tell each other, boy, I can swim more than you, I'm faster than you, let's make a competition.
And that's a huge mistake, isn't
so
it?
Yeah, it's a big mistake.
Yeah.
And when they're competing, they shouldn't go inside. They should swim parallel, either swim on the left or swim on the right, but not to swim to go inside, because if there is one who cannot swim, it's a problem. Two, people that come with footballs in the beach. We all know that football is not for the sea. The ball is for the ground, but not to be played in the sea. Sometimes they use it as a water polo or beach volley, they call it, and they want to play the ball inside the sea. Now, if someone throw the ball far away in, someone must be there who should go and collect the ball. But if you cannot swim, the ball will kill you.
Right.
Because we see that it happens. They will follow the ball. Next minute, they cannot even get the ball. They are panicked. They know they are far. They are tired. They cannot swim to come back. They cannot sustain themselves on top of the water. Next minute, they feel panic. They start calling for help, and they are, they drown.
Now, how does one identify a strong current?
Okay, the way you can identify a strong current, if you go to the sea, you don't know the sea at all, and you cannot identify it. If you stand on the shore, dip your legs in the water, when the water comes, it will move fast, and when going back, it will move fast, and you will feel that like something is pulling you or is digging the sand. Then you will know that the sea is having a current. And you can see it, because if you look at the sea on top, it's just like if you take a water and you blow it, the way it drizzles is the same way that you can see it in the sea. But it has a line that it shows like something like brown. You will see it in that side. And you will know definitely this color on that side is different, and the way the sea is moving to that level.
Ah, that's why it's darkened. And
yeah, it's dark because
I always thought because it's dirty or
no, it's not dirty. Nah,
knew.
because what happened is it keep moving from the ground, mix the sand, and it's moving with power. So the people will say, "Ah, feed for tell them here is dirty."
Okay.
So then they move to the other side. But the more you move, the more it comes, because what it does not stay in one place. It will start like, for example, you are the sea current here. I'm swimming here. Next minute, I will be in it, and it will move and go to the other person.
Is that what causes different holes? Because I find that when I'm in the water, when I'm walking, I find that certain places are like quite leveled and high, and then it's like a dip, and then you're up again when you're walking.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So the sea current do cause that when the sea is very, very strong. And what happens is, like, some people do say when the tide is going down, like in our local language, period, like to get the fair, it's not safe, or so get the face more gonna safe. They are all not safe. They are all safe.
Okay.
Why I said they are not safe is when the sea is on a high tide, it's come with power. And when it is on a low tide, it goes with power. But if you are always at your waist level, you are safe.
Okay.
Yeah, but people always have to understand this. The lifeguards at the beach are not there to stop people swimming. We are there to save their lives. Because sometimes you talk to other people, they will not even listen to you. They will try to tell you words that you will not even like, but still they have to understand that we are there for them. Despite we are volunteers. We can leave the beach and go and do other jobs.
Right, so that's why you're trained on how to approach people and how to talk to them and get them to trust you, right?
Yeah.
Now, one final thing before we go. It's quite rare but unfortunate that people actually drown at swimming pools. And I know it's quite the misconception that a lot of people believe that you are more likely to drown at the sea than at the pool. Can you just please clarify that?
Yeah, because some people think pool is more safer than the sea, and some people think sea is more safer than the pool. Because in a pool is safe, yes, because it's not big, but it's deep. And the water is just at one place, it doesn't move. And it has steps. But let's take it in this way. You cannot swim. You jump into a place where you know that it's deep, and you cannot move to nowhere. Nobody is near you to help you. You will die quicker than the one who is in the sea. Because the one in the sea, maybe if he tries and sustain himself, he can be coming out with the waves. Or somebody can see him because it's an open area.
Yeah, you could just float and go with the wave. That will bring you
That will bring you back.
Yeah.
But in the pool, it's difficult for you to float, because if you don't know how to float, you will always sink and go in. And you don't have, the moment you go less than 3 minutes, you are gone.
Wow.
Yeah. Less than 3 minutes, you are gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Dodou, if somebody wanted to reach your organization, that's Red Dolphin, to either just help financially or to get more information about this, how do they do that?
Yeah, because they will contact us.
How do they contact you?
Yeah, through our telephone numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dodou, I thank you very much for coming on FESS. It's been very informative, and I'm really glad that you're here.
Thank you so much for inviting.
Princess Single, born in Banjul, brought up in Kanifing Estate. The 24-year-old Gambian-based Ghana actress is making hits in Nollywood industry as a professional actress. She starts her career in 2010 and making it successful in Ghana. She has been awarded for the Sexiest Woman in Africa and recently been nominated for the Most Outstanding Actress of the Year for Africa Movies Award in South Africa, December. This is all we got for you this week on Lube. See you next week. It's Mariam Jara.
Thank you for joining me on FESS. Now, don't forget to join me again next week, but don't forget everything you've learned today. Be safe when you're out in the water. See you soon.